Pickup trucks have always held a special place in the automotive world. Why? Because they're built to handle serious work, and people respect a vehicle that can take on tough jobs without complaint. Most trucks earn their reputation by being dependable workhorses. But here's the catch. Automakers frequently pull the plug on great models way too soon, leaving fans wishing certain trucks had stuck around longer. That's exactly what brings us here today. We're counting down 10 of the rarest pickup trucks ever built, along with what they cost when new versus what they're worth now. Let's get into it. What ties every truck on this list together is scarcity. Some were killed off after a single model year, while others were built in such small batches that most enthusiasts never knew they existed. That mix of low numbers and big character is exactly why collectors trace them today.
Number 10. The 1978 Dodge Lil Red Express. The 1978 Lil Red Express packed a 225 horsepower V8 that could outrun plenty of sports cars from that era, hitting 60 miles per hour in roughly 6.7 seconds. Its flashy red paint and gold trim made it impossible to miss on the road. Buyers paid around $7,000 for one new. These days, clean examples typically sell in the $30,000 to $40,000 range, with exceptional trucks going higher still, though finding a decent one for under $10,000 is nearly impossible now. Dodge built only 7,306 before the model was axed after just 2 years. Part of its appeal is that it never needed a fancy trim package to stand out. Its straight-line speed alone was enough to embarrass far pricier machines at the stoplight.
Number 9. 1991 GMC Cyclone. Built by GMC alongside PAS Inc., the Cyclone arrived with a turbocharged 4.3-liter V6 pushing 280 horsepower, thanks to a Mitsubishi turbo and Garrett intercooler. It could sprint to 60 in just 4.3 seconds and clear the quarter mile in 13.4 seconds, famously outrunning a Ferrari in a magazine test. New, it ran about $25,000 to $26,000, or around $50,000 adjusted for inflation. Today's average sale price sits near $34,100, with top examples climbing past $118,000. Only 2,998 were built before production wrapped in 1992. What made the Cyclone so shocking was that a compact GMC pickup could humble dedicated sports cars in a straight line, something almost nobody saw coming.
Number 8. The 1989 Dodge Shelby Dakota. This limited-run performance truck came in just 2 colors, 640 in white and 860 in red, for a total of 1,500 units. It stood apart with unique graphics, 15-inch 5-spoke wheels, and a fiberglass light bar. But the real story was its 5.2-liter Magnum V8, making 175 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque, more than any other Dakota of its time. It listed around $15,834 new. Original unmodified Shelby Dakotas can now command upward of $17,000, and swapped engine Dakotas remain a common enthusiast project, reflecting the truck's lasting following. Carrying the Shelby name at a time when that badge still meant something rare, this Dakota is a genuinely quick truck most casual fans have never heard of.
Number 7. 1970 Chevrolet El Camino SS 454 LS6. The El Camino began life in 1959 as a full-size car-truck hybrid before evolving into a mid-size model tied to the Chevelle. It joined the muscle car era with big block options, capping off with the 454 LS6 rated at 450 horsepower in 1970, among the strongest production engines available anywhere at the time. An LS6-equipped El Camino ran about $3,600 new. Values today vary widely due to scarcity, but this one-year-only option saw fewer than 500 units built, making it a genuine unicorn among muscle trucks. The LS6 badge alone makes muscle car collectors take notice, and finding it in a truck-bodied El Camino instead of a Chevelle only adds to the appeal.
Number 6. 2004 Dodge Ram SRT 10.
Borrowing its 8.3-liter V10 straight from the Viper, the SRT-10 delivered 500 horsepower in a full-size pickup body. Despite being barely 2 decades old, it's already treated as a collectible for insurance purposes. It started at roughly $34,850 new. Now, values average around $43,000. Performance was serious for a truck of its size, 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds and a 147 mile/hour top speed. Only 357 examples were built in 2004, making it one of the rarest high-performance trucks of the modern era. Dropping a Viper engine into a full-size pickup sounds like a joke, but Dodge actually pulled it off, and its low production numbers mean few people have ever seen one in person. Number 5. The 1986 Dodge Ramrod Rod Hall Signature Edition. This truck resulted from a collaboration between off-road racer Rod Hall and Dodge, later joined by Carroll Shelby. Only 14 were originally built in 1986, but safety concerns prompted the NHTSA to pull most of them from the market, leaving just 9. In 1990, an additional 33 were produced after Shelby's team made some improvements. Features included off-road lighting, striped paint, a bed-mounted light bar, and a 318 V8 making 170 horsepower. Original pricing landed around $20,000. Today, these trucks can fetch $50,000 or more, given how few exist. With a total build count barely cracking the low 40s across both runs, this may be the hardest truck on the whole list to actually track down. Number 4. 1991 Ford SVT Skyranger. A wildly obscure spin-off of the Ford Ranger, the Skyranger conversion was handled by American Sunroof Company and only ever produced in a run of about 17 to 19 units. It featured an extended cab and a 4.0-liter Cologne V6 with all-wheel drive, making roughly 160 horsepower. Ford scrapped the project quickly due to the tiny production run. New examples cost around $25,000. Today, tracking one down could easily cost over $50,000, assuming you can find one at all. Because so few were ever converted, most Ford enthusiasts go their whole lives without ever encountering a Skyranger, a true sleeper rarity.
Number 3. The 1997-98 Chevrolet S10 EV. An early and largely forgotten attempt at an electric pickup, the S10 EV used a 114 horsepower electric motor with a single-speed gearbox. Range topped out around 33 miles with the smaller 16.2 kilowatt-hour battery or 72 miles with the larger 29 kilowatt-hour pack. Of the 492 built, only about 60 ever reached fleet customers. The rest met the same fate as GM's ill-fated EV1. New pricing sat around $33,000. Today, surviving units trade in the $5,000 to $10,000 range, a reflection of how far EV technology has come since. Looking back, the S10 EV was clearly ahead of its time, arriving decades before electric trucks became a mainstream idea.
Number 2. 1970 Dodge D100, the Dude. Years before flashy special editions became common, Dodge quietly built the D100 Dude with a 383 V8 under the hood. It's identifiable by its unique C-stripe graphics, special badging, and ringed hubcaps. In Canada, it was even sold under the Fargo nameplate. Only an estimated 1,500 to 2,000 were ever produced. New, it cost around $3,000. Today, well-kept examples can bring more than $50,000. A huge jump reflecting both its rarity and cult status among Mopar collectors. The Dude proves a truck doesn't need a huge engine or famous name to become collectible. Distinctive styling and a tiny production run were enough. Number 1. 1993 Ford SVT Lightning. The Lightning nameplate debuted on this truck, powered by a 5.8-liter V8, making 240 horsepower and 340 pound-feet of torque. It came loaded with performance hardware, including a limited slip differential and specially tuned shocks. Despite the credentials, sales were sluggish. Only 11,563 were sold through 1995. Today, it's a bona fide classic, with clean examples running $27,000 to $28,000 and pristine trucks going well beyond that. One especially low-mileage 1993 Lightning famously sold at auction for an eye-popping $55,000, cementing its status as the rarest and most sought-after entry on this list.
It's fitting that the truck which started the entire Lightning legacy tops this list. Despite lukewarm sales when new, it laid the groundwork for one of the most respected performance nameplates in truck history.
That wraps up our countdown of the 10 rarest pickup trucks ever built. Which one caught your eye? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to share this list with a fellow truck fan.